Hey, I'm doing great. Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So, for those listeners that don't know, tell everybody where you calling in from.
I'm actually calling from Houston, Texas. So in the U.S., great state of Texas, y'all, down south.
Right, right. Definitely, definitely. Houston, Texas. Is it? How's the weather there? I don't. You know.
It's actually it's beautiful. Actually, it was a nice sunny day. It's getting a little chillier, just a little bit, but it's still pretty gorgeous out there. We were in New York, when you and I met like a few weeks ago, and it was
Right.
like too cold. So it's still pretty chilly down there. Have y'all gotten snow yet, or what's going on down there?
No, it's chilly. It's definitely. It's
Okay.
definitely leather jacket, gloves, hat type of weather right now.
Yeah, I'm
Definitely.
definitely a Southern Belle. I appreciate it getting back home.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. Hey, nothing like the South. Definitely nothing like the
Sure.
South. So, before I get started, I want to thank you for the drop you did for my show. I definitely appreciate that. Taking out the time to do that. Uh, you know,
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the love and the support and just reaching out. So I definitely appreciate it.
yeah, definitely. Like I said, artists do that. Do that from time to time. But I know it takes time out to do it. Make sure it's right. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that.
Yeah, if you're a perfectionist, you'll do it a couple of times before you actually send it. Like, I sound a little nasally. Let me try that again.
Right.
And no, but it's it's no big deal at all. I enjoy doing
No,
it.
definitely, definitely. So I'm going to ask you as far as how and when did your career begin as an artist?
That's a great question. Well, I've been singing for a really long time since I was very, very young, like in church and things like that. And, my dad sings, so it was just kind of I guess, a natural progression into that. That's just what I wanted to be when I grew up. And I guess professionally, I didn't start, I guess, pursuing it, like going into the studio and actually recording and doing videos and things like that until maybe I was like 13. I started professionally.
Okay, so at 13. So let me ask you this: was your parents the type of parents be like, y'all have a family gathering, like, come here, girl, sing for them, sing for them? Were they like that?
Oh my gosh, that's him all day. Like tomorrow's Thanksgiving, so I'm like, my dad is probably gonna ask me to sing. That's pretty much how it goes. But the good thing about the family when we gather around, I'm not the only one that can sing, so it's not always on me. You know what I mean? So
Right.
sometimes I actually get to sit and enjoy and listen and kind of be in the audience.
Okay, that's good. So the spotlight
Yeah.
won't be totally on you, right?
Yeah, because sometimes I just want to chill and relax and eat and get full and, be in the audience sometimes. But
Ex-
it's all good.
exactly, definitely, definitely. So as far as growing up, I know you say at a young age you started doing it. So what artists, as far as artists meaning professional or somebody like Whitney Houston, did they actually give you that, inspire you to continue to sing, or just
Absolutely. So it's funny that you mentioned her because she's definitely one of my all-time favorites. And I can remember um, like it being in the mirror with a brush and pretending like I was her and, just emulating her. And, she's so beautiful and her voice is so beautiful. So people like that definitely help you along the way and make you feel like, that is definitely what I want to do. Um, Absolutely.
yeah.
And that's just one. One of many.
Right. No, I definitely understand that. And like you said, a brush, or either in the shower, as they always say, people sing in shower, or
Yes.
you in your car or family car and you
Absolutely.
singing. So hey, everybody do that.
Oh, absolutely. So
Not,
I'm not a weirdo, huh?
all right. No, no, not at all. Not at all. So definitely.
Yep.
So let me ask you this: as far as your name, is that your actual, as they say, government name, or is that your stage name?
Hi. Yeah. So it's a stage name, but it's derived from my last name is Valentine, and my middle name it actually starts with a J.
Okay.
Um, so instead of just doing like J dot or like an acronym, I was like, well, I'll just spell it out to be different. So that's kind of where that came from.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I asked, and I talked to some of my DJ friends and some other artists. This is a question I want to ask you and see how well do you
Okay.
feel that hip hop is overshadowing R&B? Because nowadays there's not that many R&B artists out there. It seems like hip hop is kind of overshadowing. Do you feel that?
Oh my gosh, that's a great question. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I do a lot of times. Even in the different the different platforms that they have out there for indie artists, and like we met at the core DJ retreat, and you have like Coast to Coast, and you have all these different platforms that are awesome, and they don't exclude R&B necessarily, but it is definitely heavily influenced by the hip hop artist and by the rapper.
Right.
And then, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just, it is what it is. And I live in Houston, Texas right now, so it's rappers like all day long. So it does make it a bit challenging if you're someone that loves the genre of R&B or even soul, and you want to be someone that is a singer and respected for vocalists and things like that. It does make it a bit challenging, but it kind of, it's the nature of the business these days. So you kind of have to do what you got to do.
And you know what? It's a good thing. You know why I say that? Because like I said, I was just somewhere on Sunday and they had like, I think, 2 R&B. But if you think about it, you kind of like in that spotlight because everybody else is doing hip hop or R&B, hip hop or rap, and you doing R&B, so you standing out from everybody. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly, absolutely. That's the upside. So when I do go to these different places and these different platforms, I do feel like it's kind of refreshing. A refreshing break from, like 20 or 30 rappers just finished performing, and then, I come up R&B songs, it's like, okay, even if I sucks,
Right.
it still gives your listeners a break, and they kind of wake up. You can see the audience kind of pep up. So there are the pluses and minuses on that front for sure.
Right. And when you go to the showcase, I know you network when you was here in New York. Did you actually, did some of the hip hop artists wanted you to be on a track to actually sing?
Oh yeah, you definitely get that. Absolutely. But I'm not saying that I'm like knocking that or what have you, but I would really like to kind of focus on me and shaping myself as an artist before I kind of just jump on or get somebody to jump on my stuff. As a rapper, I really prefer to kind of make my own lane out there before I start getting features. And if I do have features, I want it to be very strategic. I don't want to just jump on everybody's stuff or have anybody on mine. I want to make it make sense.
Absolutely, definitely. That's a good. I like that, and you're right. You want to establish yourself, and then, and that's definitely absolutely. So I know I was on Facebook, as many people do look on Facebook, Instagram, and I noticed that you did a turkey drive as far as a turkey giveaway in Houston. Was that something that you came up with, or you volunteer, or tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I see you doing your research.
Yes.
So that was a turkey drive we had this past weekend. It was actually in Dallas, and I came to support my brother's very, very close friend, Jaye Money. He's been in the business for a little while, managing DJs and being, like a party promoter and things like that. And he teamed up with DJ Chaotic, who's out of Dallas as well, on 97.9 The Beat. And they have what they call the Chaotic Foundation, and they did like a turkey drive. It was 500 turkeys, 500 chickens, and we passed them out to the families. And I just came out to support and help and lift boxes and get dirty with chicken, and I just came to be a volunteer. It was a beautiful day too, and we had a great turnout. It was a lot of fun, and it just felt good to see people really being grateful and thankful, and it just brightened their day. It was a good experience.
Definitely. And I just, I mentioned that because that's like giving back to the community for yourself, not only your R&B artist, but you involved in the community. That's good. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's definitely
good. I mean, it's a blessing to be able to help other people. I'm definitely no top 10 Forbes billionaire or anything, but I feel very blessed to be able to do what I love to do, and I'd like to be able to help people when I can.
Exactly. Oh, yes, definitely. So, do you have any upcoming projects that you're working on right now?
Yes, I do. So the first thing on the to-do list is to get my music video done for my single Alter Ego. So that'll be coming out shortly, probably before the end of the year.
Okay.
Right, get us all ready for the first quarter when everybody's busy in the music industry.
Right.
And then I'm also working on my EP in the meantime, so I'll have that out first quarter as well. So I'm really excited, to get some music out and get some visuals out there for everybody, and really excited. Busy, but exciting.
Right, exactly. So as far as speaking of your music, the single that you have out, Alter Ego, tell us a little bit about that. Why did you come up with that? What was the concept behind that song?
So I actually I'm right off the cusp of rebranding. My previous albums have been like more neo soul, jazz, that type of thing.
Right.
So I figured I wanted to just do some new music. I just kind of rebrand my whole thing, and I wanted something that would totally like break the mold or break the perception of what people had of me. I wanted to make it distinctly different.
Right.
And so I chose like a really like kind of trap
Right.
beat,
Right.
kind of aggressive, something totally different I would not have done before, but I did want to still kind of sing over, just play some vocals over it. So I just chose to sing over like a really hard beat, and I was like, it may be confusing for some, but I would like people to know that I'm a multifaceted person. I'm not just that neo soul, not just that jazz person. I can do all kinds of things, and I appreciate all types of music. And that's kind of how Alter Ego was born, because it's talking about the different personalities of a woman. It's not just cut and dry. It's not just, I'm this one day and that next day. It's actually 4 different like personalities in that song, that I'm talking about.
Okay. I like that. I like the title, and I like you say, you do different genres of music, and like you say, you're versatile and you can do that. And because that was one of my questions as far as your style of music, what would you say your style of music is?
Yes.
But you actually,
as a strategy, I guess, or as a intentional method, we're doing R&B. I guess that's what you would call it, R&B.
Right. Right.
It's what I'm going to be as an artist, but I do love just music in general, all types, personally. So, in my cell phone or, what I download is all types. I'll download country, or rock. But I am choosing to pursue an R&B career.
Correct. Definitely. I definitely understand, and, and much success to you for doing that, and keep doing what you're doing. And do you have any as far as live performances coming up, or you just
do. So mostly before the end of the year, it's kind of just me focusing, kind of being in the lab, in the studio, focusing on the EP. But come springtime in March, I'll be back in Dallas actually with Vertigo, which is a pretty popular site down here where people can upload their music and kind of get some exposure to it. And Big Daddy, the DJ, is the person that's spearheading that. He's the brainchild behind that. So I'll be on his spring mixer in March in Dallas. So that's probably the first thing I'll be doing after my EP drops and I get finished with all of my behind-the-scenes work, if you will.
Okay. So as far as your music, where could the listeners, as far as download or find your music?
Right now, I have my single out, which is Alter Ego, and then part of that, promo package is also a song, a ballad called Last Time. It's not on iTunes, but it is on Vertigo. You can get free downloads on Coast to Coast, and you can check it out on YouTube.
Okay. Speaking of Coast...
And SoundCloud. You can't forget SoundCloud.
Right. Exactly. SoundCloud. And speaking of Coast to Coast Mixtape DJ. Of course, I'm a DJ, and
Yes.
I know that. Yeah, and I know that you put on your Facebook about them voting for you, right? As far as to be on
Yes, you saw that. Absolutely. I want to be on the Coast to Coast R&B edition, Volume 18. It's coming out soon, y'all. So go to my Instagram. It's the Jaye Valentine, and click on the link in my bio and give me votes. You can vote every day. You can vote on your phone. You can vote on Facebook. You can vote on Twitter. Hit me up. Support your girl. Representing.
Definitely. So, let me ask you this: as far as we normally give, like, if I tell an artist to give advice to other artists that's coming up, because we have indie artists listening. What advice would you give them in regards to being an artist? What advice would you give them?
That's a great question too. I would just say, don't let anybody decide for you when your time is and what your dream is. Just stay prayerful, and I feel like He will give you that vision, and then once you get it, go with it. Don't let anyone deter you. And then, 2, I would say, make sure you find a way to get yourself a budget.
Right. That's
like, starving artists, that's a beautiful and endearing concept, but it makes it exponentially more challenging if you don't have any type of budget to support your career, because you have to have that to get yourself out there, to get you exposed to people, to investors or to record labels or to whoever you need to kind of take your career to that next level. So, if you can try to get you, your degree and get you a job that can help support what you want to do. So.
Exactly. And, I'm glad you mentioned about the budget, because that kind of discouraging, a lot of people from doing what they do. They don't feel like they have the money, or they feel like they have to do other things, if you know what I mean, to get the money. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm glad you said that to them. Get the budget
Absolutely.
right and get that team behind you to help you.
Yeah, that was gonna be my third thing. Like that deserves its own bullet point. Like, build you a team of people that actually care about you and love you and believe in you, because you cannot do it alone. That is like so true. It may sound really cliche, but it is so true. You can't do it by yourself.
Exactly. So so tell the listeners about your social media sites and your website.
Yes. So I mentioned Instagram. So you spell J with Jaye. So don't forget the E. So Instagram is the Jaye Valentine, and Facebook is Jaye Valentine, and Twitter is the JC. So J is spelled again with an E at the end.
Okay, definitely. So before I let you go, and I mentioned this earlier, that Jadakiss got the new album out, Top 5 That Are Alive. Now tell me your top 5 R&B artists of all time. Top 5.
Yes. So that is such a hard question for me, because like I was telling you, I do like all types. So is this just artists, or is it R&B artists, or?
I say artists. Put it like that, artists.
Yeah, okay, that makes it a little easier. Okay. I think number one has been number one for me, like, unequivocally for a really long time, and that would be Miss Aretha Franklin. That's my idol. That's my girl. She might be the only person I think I would be starstruck over if I met her in person.
Wow.
Nice. I think Lauryn Hill, and the rest of them, I won't put a number on them. I'll just throw them out there, because I probably could switch them around depending on my mood.
Right, definitely.
I love Lauryn Hill. I don't know if you consider her, what genre you consider her, hip hop, R&B, or what have you, but I think she's so talented.
Right.
And her album was like the best to me of all time, one of the best. Love Whitney, like I mentioned before. Her voice is just, it's the voice of our generation, and several generations, actually. I mean, it doesn't get any better.
Right.
I love Tate.
Oh, nice.
He's so underrated, but I love him.
Yes.
What you know about Tank?
Oh, Tank. Oh, yes. That's y'all. All right. Go ahead. I'm going to let you go ahead and give your... Go ahead.
Okay. And I'll name a couple more. I think there's more than 5, but I have some honorable mentions. I love Al Green. He is like so soulful. I just love him. He's just, oh my gosh. Love them.
Right.
Love Toni Braxton. I could probably listen to her all the way through, one of her albums all the way through.
Nice.
And a couple of honorable mentions that didn't make the all-time list, but I still love them. I love JoJo. She hasn't come out with anything in a while, but her voice is amazing. I love me some Aaliyah. You have to respect her and her style, and just her whole thing was just hot. And I love Mario. He's a newer artist, but his voice is awesome, and I think he has some really good songs.
Definitely.
So I could go on, right? But
I know you can, but
I'll spare you.
It's all good. It's all good. Hey, we family here. We family here now. Some good artists though. Definitely some good artists. And
absolutely.
So, any last minute acknowledgement or shout outs you want to give?
So I'll shout out to you, Mr. DJ Mike Styles, and supporting indie music and providing a platform for people like myself who have a dream and are really just trying to make it.
No problem.
Really appreciate you. I'll shout out to DJ Shay of GNC Radio.
Hey.
And absolutely. I'll shout out to Big Daddy and Vertical. He's actually going to be in Houston this weekend. So shout out to him. And shout out to Coast to Coast. I'm trying to get on that mixtape. So shout out to them for also providing a platform for us indie artists.
No doubt. Definitely. And DJ Shay, like I said, she's a core DJ, and shouts out to her. I was, when you was on stage at the retreat, at the conference, I was waiting right by her. I said, can I get a CD? Like, she looking at me like, yeah. She was handing it out. So, definitely. That was a good performance. Definitely. Like I told you before, definitely good performance. I like that.
Thank you so much. It was very fun. It was crazy because it was a lot of people like backstage and everything, but it was so fun, and I'm so glad I was able to do it. And New York it's a beautiful city. A little cold for me, but it was really fun. It was my first time going to a 40-day retreat, and I had a blast.
Definitely. And like you said, in the rude people, we do got some rude people here, but it's all good though. That's New York for you. That's New York for you.
Did I tell you that? Did I say that? Oops.
We all know that. People already know that. So that's
yes.
fine.
Oh my gosh. I think I got shoved at the subway, and I was just like, wait a minute now. Come on, y'all. Really? Come on, y'all.
Hey, that's how they show love. They shove you over there.
That's what it is. That was my initiation.
Exactly. But I appreciate you, like I said, coming through, and definitely great artist. Keep up the good work, and continued success to you. And like I said, we're looking forward to that video and your EP that's coming out. And I hope once, hopefully in a year or so, hopefully get you back on, and you're doing great things. And,
awesome. I would love to.
Appreciate that. And before I let you go, I want you to go ahead and introduce your song to everybody, and hold on the line after that, okay?
All right, sounds good. Thank you again. Hey, y'all, this is Jaye Valentine. This is the latest and greatest from me and Sharayla Entertainment, Alter Ego.
Jaye Valentine, hold on.
This game up, I'm a ride or die. Yeah, I can be as classy as it needs me to be. Then turn around, taking my business in the boardroom and the bedroom. That's right, my motto, that's my alter ego. the